If you've been walking into rooms and forgetting why you're there, struggling to remember names, or feeling like your mind just isn't as quick or clear as it used to be, you need to pay very close attention to what you eat in the morning. Because after 65, one simple breakfast mistake can quietly make brain fog, forgetfulness, and mental sluggishness much worse. And most seniors don't even realize they're doing it. The truth is, many people assume these little memory slips are just part of aging. But that's not always the full story. In many cases, your brain may simply not be getting the support it needs first thing in the morning. And today, I want to show you one tiny breakfast ingredient that may help support memory, focus, and mental sharpness in a surprisingly powerful way. And the reason it works has almost nothing to do with size. Because this little food may be helping your brain in 3 different ways at once. And the third one is the one most people completely overlook. That ingredient is chia seeds. Yes, those tiny little seeds most people ignore in the grocery store may actually be one of the easiest brain-supporting foods you can add to your morning routine after 65. And before you dismiss them because they look too small to matter, here's what makes them so interesting. Your brain is made up of nearly 60% fat, and it depends heavily on the right kind of fats to stay healthy, responsive, and sharp. One of the biggest is omega-3, and chia seeds happen to be one of the richest plant-based sources of it. That matters because omega-3s help support the membranes around your brain cells, which affects how well those cells communicate. And when communication inside the brain starts slowing down, that's when you may begin noticing things like slower recall, tip-of-the-tongue moments, mental fatigue, or that frustrating feeling of, I know what I want to say, but I just can't get there fast enough. But omega-3s are only the beginning, because there's another hidden issue that quietly affects the aging brain. And this one may be even more important if you often feel mentally drained or foggy by late morning. Your brain is under constant attack from something called oxidative stress, basically wear and tear damage caused by unstable molecules called free radicals. Over time, this damage may contribute to faster brain aging and reduced mental sharpness. That's where chia seeds become even more useful, because they're naturally rich in antioxidants, which help protect your cells from that kind of damage. Think of antioxidants like a daily defense system, tiny protective compounds helping your brain cells stay stronger, healthier, and more resilient over time. And now here's the third reason chia seeds may help. And honestly, this is the one many seniors need to hear most. If your breakfast causes a blood sugar spike and crash, your brain often feels it before the rest of your body does. That's when you get that heavy, foggy, low-energy feeling, trouble focusing, irritability, or that mental slump that hits before lunch. A lot of people blame aging for that feeling, when in reality, it may be coming from how their breakfast affects their blood sugar. And because chia seeds are loaded with fiber, they can help slow digestion and support more stable blood sugar after meals. That means steadier energy, fewer crashes, and often a clearer, more balanced mind through the morning. In other words, chia seeds don't just feed the brain. They may help create a better internal environment for the brain to function in. But here's the part most people get wrong. They add chia seeds, but still eat them with a breakfast full of sugar. And that can completely weaken the benefit. If you dump chia seeds into a sugary cereal, sweet pastry, or flavored yogurt packed with added sugar, you may still get the blood sugar roller coaster that contributes to brain fog. So if you really want to give your brain a better chance, the secret isn't just adding chia seeds. It's adding them the right way. One of the easiest and best ways is to make a simple chia pudding the night before. Just mix about 2 tablespoons of chia seeds into a cup of milk, dairy or unsweetened non-dairy, stir it well, and let it sit in the fridge overnight. By morning, it thickens into a soft pudding-like texture that's easy to eat and gentle on the stomach. Then top it with berries, which add even more antioxidants, and maybe a little cinnamon, which many people like because it adds flavor without loading up on sugar. That's a much better brain-supporting breakfast than starting your day with toast and jam, sweet cereal, or a muffin that leaves you tired 2 hours later. Another easy option is adding chia seeds to a smoothie, especially if you already make one in the morning. You can also stir them into plain yogurt, sprinkle them on oatmeal, or mix them into overnight oats. The key is consistency. It's not about eating one spoonful and expecting a miracle. It's about giving your brain steady support over time, especially in the years when your body needs that support more than ever. And while this video is about brain health, it's worth knowing that chia seeds may also support other areas of aging well too. Because what helps the brain often helps the body. Their omega-3s may support heart health, and that matters because your brain depends on healthy blood flow. Their fiber can also support digestion, which becomes more important as we age. And they contain minerals like calcium, magnesium, and phosphorus, which can help support bone health too. So this tiny breakfast ingredient isn't just trendy. It's actually practical, affordable, easy to use, and surprisingly well-suited for adults over 65 who want to stay mentally sharp and physically strong. And no, chia seeds are not some magic cure. But if you've been feeling more forgetful lately, slower, foggier, or just not as mentally on as you used to be, this may be one of the simplest breakfast upgrades you can make starting tomorrow morning. Because the truth is, protecting your brain often doesn't begin with something dramatic. It begins with small daily choices, the kind most people overlook until they start noticing the signs. So if this opened your eyes, make sure you subscribe to Senior Wellness Hub, because I've got more simple food and health tips coming that can help you stay sharper, stronger, and more independent as you age. And tell me in the comments, have you ever tried chia seeds before, or would you actually add them to your breakfast after this? I'd really love to know. And remember, sometimes the smallest things can make the biggest difference, especially when it comes to your brain.